A very busy Sunday for local emergency services.
Power lines down, calls for emergency medical services, fire alarm activations, structure fire responses. Fire units were going from one end of town to the next. And things went well for us today, but at one point we were resource strapped and we did have to rely upon mutual aid fire departments to actually come in and assist.
The situation has stabilized, but Milton Dehoney says it's still a mess in places.
We have down power lines, we have a lot of stoplights that are out, we have trees down, particularly out in the neighborhood areas.
The city manager says downtown has power, and while a lot of employers may expect you to show up for work, it's best to call ahead.
Now, even if downtown companies are able to operate, we should point out that conditions in the neighborhood or the routes that people normally travel may be blocked.
Dehoney says they had more than 700 calls for help on Sunday. A typical day gets only about 200.
At one point, fire units were running across the entire city today. We were resource strapped. The winds did not help us at all today.
Captain Mike Washington says that was just responding to trees and wires down and all the other usual problems. But then a 2-alarm fire broke out at a restaurant on Walnut, and near Finley Market, flames from one building spread to several others.
It was a wind-driven fire, and Mother Nature prevailed, and we had to go with what she was giving us.
City workers are trying to clear the streets as best they can, but first, Duke Energy crews have to make sure there are no live wires in the way. And unfortunately, Duke sent some of their line crews to Texas to help with hurricane recovery work there.
We will not be able to get all of those arteries open by in the morning. We certainly will not have all of the power lines and power restored according to Duke Energy.
From the Emergency Operations Center, Bill Reinhardt, News Radio 700 WLW.